If you were to ask Arsenal fans what they need this summer, we'd hazard a guess that the majority would be crying out for a new striker and winger this summer. However, while those fans certainly aren't wrong, it does now look like the Gunners will need to further bolster their midfield as well. We say this as Jorginho has already joined Flamengo, and contract talks with Thomas Partey are reportedly not advancing. So even though Martin Zubamendi's transfer is all but wrapped up, the North Londoners should probably be looking to sign another central midfielder. Fortunately, recent reports suggest that is going to happen, with Arsenal now linked to an exciting star compared to Chelsea's incredible Moises Caicedo. Arsenal looking to sign new midfielder. While the news concerning Partey's negotiations is relatively recent, Arsenal have been linked with plenty of midfield options over the last few weeks and months, such as Andre Santos and Adam Morton. Mega money deals, controversial moves, and big-name flops. This is the home of transfer news and opinion across Football Fancast. However, with the former now integrated into the Chelsea setup and looking likely to make his competitive debut for the team at the Club World Cup, and the latter valued it up to £80 million, neither feel like realistic targets. Moreover, neither youngster has really been compared to the brilliant Caicedo, unlike Lucien Agum. Yes, according to a recent report from Football Transfers, Arsenal are incredibly interested in the dynamic Sevilla star. The story has revealed that the Gunners have already been in contact and held talks with the player's representatives over the prospect of a transfer this summer. Reportedly, the 22-year-old would be open to joining the club and can see a future for himself at the Emirates. And it might not cost the Gunners much at all, with other reports from Spain claiming he could be available for just £17 million. It might not be the most exciting of transfers, but Agum looks set to be a star, and given the fact he's already been compared to Caicedo, he's a player Arsenal should be looking to bring in. How Agum compares to Caicedo. There are a plethora of reasons why Arsenal should be looking to sign Agum this summer. But before we get to them, it's crucial to examine this comparison to Caicedo and where it comes from. Well, in this instance, it stems from FBref, which looks at players in similar positions across Europe's top 5 leagues, the Champions League and Europa League, before creating a list of the then most comparable players for each one. In this case, it was concluded that the Chelsea star has been the second most similar midfielder to the Sevilla star across the last 35 days. The best way to see how this has worked out is by taking a look at the underlying metrics in which the pair rank closely, including but not limited to non-penalty expected goals plus assists, expected assists, tackles, blocks, progressive carries and passes, shot and goal-creating actions, and more, all per 90. And then, on top of being statistically similar to one of the leading midfielders in the Premier League, the 10 out of 10 talent, as he was dubbed by talent scout Jacek Kulik, is also reasonably versatile. So, while he does tend to thrive as a 6, thanks to him being such a good dueler, per analyst Ben Mattinson, he could start in a more central role, and he's even played in more offensive areas, which is where he can really leverage his impressive passing range. Ultimately, while he'd likely be a backup option for at least a season or two, Agum's talent is undeniable, and therefore, Arsenal should be doing all they can to sign him this summer before someone else gets there first.